She would do all she could in order to keep the attention off of her, right? Oh, maybe not.
After Angel Reese's embarrassing career shift to adult entertainment left league fans in complete shock, the WNBA officially distanced itself from her. Her most recent stunt redefined bold in the most desperate and embarrassing way imaginable. How can someone sink so low just to get attention?
Angel Reese, which is absolutely ridiculous, and let's talk about how ridiculous it is.
Although her Instagram profile presents a completely different image, wasn't she the one who sobbed on national TV about being sexualized? Pick a lane, lady. You can't act like a victim while aggressively using yourself as a walking billboard for cheap exposure. Instead, you should be a fearless death threat. Try sticking to basketball instead of this stupid circus performance you've made your life into, pretending to be harassed while your own actions shout it's not only hypocritical, I'm always available, it's absurd. We all know Angel Reese, or at least we used to remember when she was a basketball player, and it's as embarrassing as it gets. However, these days, she's much more interested in playing the role of the ultimate attention-seeking disaster than playing basketball. She's out here dressed like she's starring in some knockoff reality show, and the only prize is public humiliation, which she's winning in spades.
Death threats, I've been sexualized, I've been threatened, I've been so many things, and I've stood strong.
Let's take a moment to go back. Once regarded as a WNBA rising talent, Angel Reese is now just a walking joke. Her most recent antics, I promise that this girl has completely redefined bold, but not in the manner that anyone wants to see. It's the sort of bold that makes people question whether she lost a bet or is just attempting to crash and burn in record time, and she's doing it so brilliantly that it seems like she's preparing for the World Championship in self-sabotage.
I do think that some of this drama, and she started some of it, to be fair, got to her.
From making fun of Caitlin Clark on the court to now prancing around in tacky attire, Angel Reese has officially become a sideshow. She attempted to outshine Caitlin in every way possible, trash-talking physicality and failing miserably at every turn, but now she's on a whole new level. Instead of competing with basketball greatness, she's competing with herself for the title of biggest public embarrassment.
Some rather risque sort of pictures of her in a parking garage. And in fact, we're talking about the whole Angel Reese being sexualized thing.
Angel Reese is essentially the embodiment of self-destruction. At this point, it's almost impressive how quickly she went from being a potential basketball star to an absolute embarrassment. Every move she makes screams, "Look at me," but nobody is impressed. Instead of mastering the game, Angel has mastered the art of making herself irrelevant, and that last desperate attempt to stay in the spotlight with those cheap, trashy outfits. Please. She's out there looking like a wannabe influencer who forgot she was actually supposed to be an athlete. The only thing more tragic than her lack of self-awareness.
She was being sexualized, right? She's stressed out. She's being sexualized. Nothing to see here.
The best part is that Reese isn't even attempting to improve her reputation, rather than waking up and thinking, oh, maybe I should focus on my actual career. She's out here. Fans weren't angry when she flaunted her most recent see-through disaster, which completely destroyed the internet. They were simply humiliated for her and ridiculed her so severely that even I felt ashamed while reading the comments.
I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times.
It's not like this is her first experience with humiliation. Recall that she was busted for steroids. As if her career wasn't already in ruins, she decided to add a little more failure with that scandal. Despite this, she continues to act as though everything is under control. However, Angel, you've driven your career straight into the ground, and no amount of tacky attire will save you. Now, Reese is digging her own grave and acting like a victory lab girl. You're too far gone, but wait, it gets worse. Let's talk about that infamous Sports Illustrated cover. Yes, the one where Angel Reese traded in her basketball jersey for what appears to be something from a garage sale labeled "Bad Decisions." Rather than making headlines for her abilities, she's making headlines for her willingness to look to stay relevant, and the best part is that it's not even working. People are rolling their eyes so hard they're practically dislocating their necks.
being as being overly sexualized. Well, what are we doing posting things like this, videos like this? Inquiring minds want to know, because I'm sort of confused.
And don't even get me started on that audacious and self-assured act. Sure, some people tried to defend her by claiming that she owned her body or whatever other nonsense they came up with. But let's face it, most people saw right through it and weren't celebrating her. Instead, they were busy pointing out that Angel Reese is incredibly hypocritical. When your Instagram feed is essentially a never-ending audition for the next big scandal, how are you going to scream about being objectified? She's out there showing off her body all over the place, but the moment someone else comments on it, she's the victim, please.
Walking through some parking garage with some, see-through apparel on, as you may see.
The sad thing is that it didn't have to be this way. Reese was on track to become one of the WNBA's greatest players. She was an all-star in 2024, for crying out loud. But instead of focusing on what made her famous, her basketball skills, she's out there flaunting skin like it's out of style. And guess what? People are disappointed. The few fans who still care about her career are essentially throwing up their hands in defeat, while the rest of us are just waiting for the inevitable special that features Angel Reese's downfall. There's the hypocrisy of the AI nude scandal. Reese pretended to be shocked and furious, as though she hadn't been deliberately making herself into a living, breathing publicity stunt for months prior. Girl, you have over 2 million Instagram followers, and you're shocked that people are paying attention to you? It's almost as if she wants all of this attention and then loses it when she gets it. Angel Reese's appearance, I'd love to say this is all just a phase, that Reese is going to wake up one day and realize the mess she's made of her career. But at this point, she's gone too far. She's not walking the line between bold and ridiculous. She's sprinted so far past that line, she can't even see it anymore. And every time she pulls one of these stunts, her credibility sinks lower and lower. What used to be a promising career in basketball has turned into nothing more than scandal after scandal. And for what a few more Instagram likes, a little extra attention from tabloids, is that really worth throwing away everything you've worked for? Compare her to actual athletes like Caitlin Clark and AIA Wilson, both of whom are making headlines for their talent, their dedication, and their actual achievements in basketball. Caitlin is out here winning Rookie of the Year, and AIA is a WNBA MVP. Neither of them has ever needed to stoop to Reese's level of self-exploitation to get attention. They let their skills do the talking, while Angel Reese is busy turning herself into a cautionary tale.
Earlier on, after the season, and when I was in my press conference and I was talking about being sexualized, like, I guess people thought that was like because I post pictures in my bathing suits. No, like.
The saddest part is that Reese isn't just harming herself. She's also pulling the entire WNBA down with her. Rather than being recognized for her basketball prowess, what should have been a promising career full of talent has now become nothing more than a spectacle. Reese is a tragedy, not only a joke, and will always be remembered as the girl who couldn't stop embarrassing herself long enough to play the game.
However, the added animosity, beef, and physicality from Angel is definitely boosting interest as well.
Angel Reese's recent participation in the unparalleled 3-on-3 Women's Basketball League should have been a game changer. This league is a huge event with big-time athletes and extensive media attention on TNT Sports, but naturally, she had to destroy it for herself rather than take advantage of the chance to rebuild her image. Is once again demonstrating that her only true talent these days is making headlines for all the wrong reasons. At this rate, it's difficult to tell how far she can fall before she finally hits rock bottom, but one thing is certain: Angel Reese doesn't care about basketball anymore. She doesn't care about her fans, her team, or the sport that made her famous. All she cares about is staying in the spotlight, no matter how ridiculous she is to act to get there. You know what? Not just H.
You said you were being sexualized, and now people are calling you out on it when you post things like this on social media.